All right. Okay. So, hello and welcome everyone to Fanshawe College's virtual open house. So, my name is Ina and I work in the International Center of Fanshawe College, and I will be your host for today's session. So, before we begin today's session, I would like to review a few housekeeping items. So, first, audience, webcams, and microphones will be turned off for the entire duration of the session. If ever you have any questions throughout the session, please submit it with the questions feature in the right portion of your screen. You just need to open the questions feature and click on the question mark. So for the following the session, we're also going to have an opportunity for question and answers. So we'll try to cover all of your questions before the session ends. And if ever you have further questions after the session, I will type in the chat box our email address so you can reach out to the International Center, or you can also book an appointment with any recruiter that is representing your market. So also, just to make sure that everything will run smoothly, if ever you have multiple programs running and are open right now in your laptop or in your phones, you might want to close them because it might affect your webinar experience. So today I'd like to introduce to you Cindy, who will be speaking about programs in business insurance and risk management at Fanshawe College. So I will be back again for Q&A, and I'm going to pass it over to Cindy.
Great, thank you, Tina. I appreciate it very much, and welcome everyone from wherever you're signing in from. The fun thing about this being our international open house is that I'm sure I have people from all over signing in, but our common interest is in the insurance programs. So when we started planning to do this online, the question became, what do I say to everybody about the insurance programs and how do I cover it? So basically, the highlights of this program is that if you are looking for a program of study that will allow you to go directly into your career, meaning it's not, you don't have to go off to university if you've already been, you can get jobs right away. In fact, we have a number of companies that are anxiously awaiting graduates out of the program to fill positions that they have. If you're interested in a career that has a number of diverse paths, so what we want to look at is, what are your strengths? What are your interests? What are your prior educational achievements? If you have already got a degree or a diploma in anything from marketing to engineering to accounting to psychology, all of those experience and educational background is going to help you in developing a career in the insurance industry. If you're thinking about graduation, you're also thinking about, how do I get ready for that career? So we have a number of career readiness opportunities available to you to participate in prior to you graduating. And what we also have available to you is an industry that really supports its students and wants to hire you. If you want a job, this is a place that you can go to find a career in a very diverse industry that's looking to grow. So what are your program options if you do decide that you want to participate in the insurance program? What are your options? Well, we have 3 insurance programs for you to consider. Number 1 is our 2-year diploma program, kind of our flagship program. This is also has a co-op option available if you want to get some work experience in Canada before you graduate. We have a 1-year undergraduate certificate called Customer Service Fundamentals of Insurance, which is designed to focus more on entry-level customer service type positions in adjusting firms, brokerage offices, insurance companies, and things like that. This 1-year undergraduate certificate is also properly aligned. So if you get into it and decide, hey, you maybe want to learn a little bit more about insurance, you can seamlessly move into the 2-year diploma program. Now, if you are someone who already has a degree or diploma in another program, another field of study, and just wants to get into insurance, you can consider our 1-year graduate certificate program in insurance and risk management. All 3 of those are designed to put you into the industry by exposing you to business theory and practices, but we're going to specialize in general insurance, or what we call property casualty. This would be your home, your car, your boat, your business, aviation insurance, that kind of stuff. What we don't cover, and I always like to make this clear so people can make that distinction, is we do not cover life insurance or health and wealth management. That is our financial planning program. And if you are doing, for example, a graduate certificate, a lot of students will combine the two together. One of the biggest or most important aspects of our program is that we are very, very closely aligned with the industry. And that means that while you are here at Fanshawe College, you have the opportunity to basically get a double bang for your buck. You can not only complete the degree or diploma here at Fanshawe, but at the same time, you can work towards credits in industry designations. So our biggest one is what we call our Chartered Insurance Professional designation through the Insurance Institute of Canada. This is recognized not only across Canada, but also worldwide. So if you have some studies in insurance in other countries, or you want to take your insurance program outside of Canada, this is a recognized designation. Now, the way you earn credits is while you're taking the course at Fanshawe, say you're taking my class in automobile insurance, you write a second set of exams during the same semester. There is an additional fee to do so, and you have to meet grade eligibility requirements, but you're already taking the course, you're already writing an exam, you just write a second set of exams and you earn credits towards your CIP designation. We also have embedded in the program the credits for the Canadian Risk Management designation, the CRM designation, that's why we call it Insurance Risk Management, as well as licensing for brokers or agents. So not only are you going to get your diploma, but we are going to get you designation and licensing ready to go directly into the industry when you graduate. Now, we are taught by experienced, dedicated professionals from the insurance industry. I'm the only full-time professor in the program, and I used to be a registered broker by trade when I was working. Every other teacher that we have still works or is recently retired. One guy recently retired from the industry. So they are themselves brokers and risk managers and loss adjusters and underwriters, and they're designed to make sure that your education is current, it's relevant, and they're also a great resource when it comes time to start looking for jobs. One of the things we do want to point out is that in order to graduate from your program here at Fanshawe, you have to complete all of the required courses and maintain a 2.0 cumulative grade point average, which is about a C average across the board. So it does allow you to work towards your designation and your graduation and maintain your grade eligibility. When you do graduate, what are you going to do? Well, you can pursue careers as brokers or agents, whether you want to go into sales or service positions. Underwriters, which is working for the insurance companies to underwrite the risks. Loss adjusters, dealing with the client after the claim has happened, whether you're dealing with a liability lawsuit, a slip and fall, a water claim, a fire claim, or a car accident. Risk managers work for the industry to help identify and find ways to minimize exposures to risk for different industries. And then we also have all of the support industries, such as rental companies, restoration services, appraisal centers, forensic accountants or forensic engineers that help support the industry, that help support after the claim has occurred and things like that. Coming out of this program, I have graduates who are predominantly hired in the London area, if you choose to want to stay there. But we also have students who have gone into careers across Ontario, whether it's in the Toronto, the Ottawa area, across Canada. I have students working out in the West Coast and the East Coast, and internationally. I have a number of students who come to Canada to study insurance and then go back to their home countries to find jobs in the industry and help that industry grow there as well. So if you decide you want to join us, what do you expect? Well, right now we within our program specifically, we do about 17 to 21 hours of classes per week, depending upon the semester that you're in. Now, it may be face-to-face, predominantly when we're not in the middle of COVID. We are on campus and we are teaching face-to-face. Blended, which is a combination of face-to-face instruction and online, or for next semester in particular, we will be fully online as we still are dealing with our reduced capacity on campus because of the COVID pandemic. Either way, we do have very interactive classes that use a lot of instructional technology, such as our platform, Fanshawe Online. We do a lot of case-based studies, applied studies, really kind of getting a sense of what to expect in the industry. It says there's about 20 hours of homework or assignments per week. So we usually say about the same amount of time in class as outside of class for you to do your readings, complete your case studies, work with your groups and things like that. Classes are 1, 2, or 3 hours. So it does require a certain amount of independence and self-direction. It does require time management, organizational skills, especially in the online environment, because I can't very well chase you down on campus to make sure that you get everything in on time. So you are looking for this first semester in particular, if you're here online, to be a little bit more independent and self-directed. But we do use group work to help alleviate some of the pressure and some of the expectations. And it also means that you get a chance to get to know the other people in your class who, quite honestly, are going to be the people that you're going to be working with when you graduate in this area. And we have a number of supports in place in order to help students while they're here, keeping in mind that we consider Fanshawe to be like a small community. And like your communities at home, there's not just 1 or 2 people that are here to help you. Obviously, your professors are going to help you with your course and the content related questions. Myself as a program coordinator, I'm going to help you with issues related to your academic studies. We also have an academic advisor who's really good to help with academic concerns as well as personal concerns. We have the availability of peer tutoring, our learning center and library services for drop-ins, and appointment-based academic help, as well as counseling and accessibility service to help you with both academic and personal counseling. So we're not just focused on the academics, we're focused on you as a whole, and we want to make sure that your experience here at Fanshawe College is going to be a very positive one. And I know that seems like it might be difficult because we're working through a computer, but Fanshawe has worked very, very hard to make sure that we have all of the supports in place virtually as well to make sure that you are not alone out there and that you have all the supports to ensure that you're going to be successful. And this slide just talks a little bit about what Fanshawe Student Services has to offer. Now, again, a lot of these things are available on campus, but they are available to virtual students in a lot of different areas as well, such as being able to order books through the bookstore, to participate in, appeals and partnerships and stuff like that. So that's all very important to recognize. So that's my very quick overview of the program. I want to make sure that we leave enough time for you to ask any questions that you may have. But I do want to point out that my email, chornby@fanshawec.ca, is right there. And I absolutely reach out and tell any of you to email me if you have more information, and if the need for us to talk by phone or to book a Zoom meeting or something like that so we can talk in person. Absolutely, one of the benefits of being virtual means that the global environment is very, very small. If you have any other questions about Fanshawe, and I'm sure that Tina's going to talk a little bit more about this as well, but there is an email there, myfuture@fanshawec, or you can book an appointment through fanshawec.ca/connect. So now if we can call Tina back, I'd love to be able to answer some of your questions.
All right. So again, thank you, Cindy, for that very insightful presentation about insurance and risk management programs. And I am very much interested in the credentials that you can get while studying the program. That will also, of course, be of interest of our attendees today. So again, if you have questions, please go to the question box and the right portion of your screen and just type it in. But we have questions in queue right now. So of course, the next step about, after we know the programs of Fanshawe specifically for insurance, the next thing is application. So Cindy, can you provide us information about application for this programs?
Okay, so there's a couple of different ways that you can apply. Excuse me, with international students, certainly you can go through your recruiter. So Tina is an example of a recruiter who's out there to help students apply to Fanshawe College. We do have the Ontario Colleges application services that you can apply for. Right now, all of our winter programs are still open. We basically hold them open until they are full. So some people had applied quite a while ago to come in and start in January. But if you're not sure if you want to start in January or if you want to start in September, which is the next intake. So if you're like sitting there right now going, yep, I want to do this, let's go. There is still some seats available for January. If you think you need a little bit more time, apply for our September intake. And you can apply to any or all of the programs as long as you qualify for them. Now, the biggest qualifications come from your prior education. So if you're applying in the diploma program, you have to demonstrate that you do have a high school and equivalency there. If you're applying into the graduate certificate, you do have to demonstrate that you have a degree or diploma in another field from any university or college. And then we also do have opportunities for mature students with work experience to apply into the programs with that work experience. So lots of different ways for you to approach the program. Tina?
All right. So just to add to what Cindy said, for international student, I'm trying to, okay, so I sent a message in the chat box. So that's the email address that you can reach out to if ever you have any questions in terms of applications, because we have different application processes for each country. So also, if we want to have a one-on-one appointment with any recruiter, so for example, I am the one handling Philippine applications. So if you're a Filipino and you want to apply to this program, then you can book an appointment with me. So probably the next question is that I also, just to remind you, so the programs that we offer in Fanshawe would have different start dates. So for insurance, business insurance, either the regular one or the co-op, and also the insurance risk management program, it's only offered in September and January intakes. So again, those information are in the website. Feel free to check it. Everything is basically there. The courses, the admission requirements, the tuition fee breakdown, it's already there. And one question, of course, we're talking about insurance. Is it heavy in math? The subjects, is it heavy in math? Cindy?
Heavy in math. Okay, I get this question all the time, and I have to start by saying that I am the worst math dyslexic person ever. So no. There is a little bit of math involved, but mostly it's around calculating premium and calculating statistical data for determining claims and risk management and things like that. The majority of the math associated with the insurance and risk management or the insurance industry as a whole is through actuarial science, which is an actual math degree, which is not part of what's covered under our Fanshawe program. So I do get students who come to me who have completed an actuarial degree and then want to get into insurance. So although we do in the diploma program, we do have a business math class coming in, it is very, very basic math. And there's not a lot of math questions in any of this. There's a couple of short formulas, short calculations, but absolutely nothing difficult. If I can do it, anybody can do it.
All right, thank you. That's really reassuring for most of our students, especially if they finish the program. I mean, if they finish their college degree way back and they don't have any calculations that they do in their day-to-day or work life. So yeah, that's really reassuring. The next question is, since you mentioned that the program would have a co-op option, can you explain more about the co-op?
Sure. So the co-op is only available in the business insurance, the 2-year diploma, and it is optional. So when you apply into the business insurance program, you apply either as the regular stream or the co-op stream. So you have to make that decision going in. Once you've started, you can't go back to co-op. So it's an important decision to make at the time you apply. So what happens is that in order to get the co-op is you need to have 8 months or 2 semesters of work experience. Now, depending on when you come in, whether you come in September or January, there are different paths or options for you to travel in order to get that work experience in. So for example, if you come in September, you would do level 1 in the fall, level 2 in the winter. You go out in the summer for a work term. You can come back in the fall to do levels 3 and 4, and then do another work term at the end before you graduate. So it does prolong the amount of time that you're in school. But what the co-op is designed to do is to give you an opportunity to experience work in an insurance industry. So it has to be something insurance related. There's you go through a course that you take about doing a resume and interviewing and all that kind of stuff as part of the co-op. But I do want to point out as well, so those of you who select non-co-op or the programs that don't have a co-op option, we do all of that as well. That's why I talked about career preparedness. But it's really designed for students who don't have a lot of work experience in business, want to get some work experience in insurance before they make a decision as to what path they want to take. So it really is a valuable option for those students.
Okay, all right. So thank you so much for that information. Actually, a lot of our international students are very interested in co-op programs. So again, for this is only applicable for business insurance. That's BIN 5. So if you are going to apply in the program, make sure that you choose the right program code because the other one doesn't have co-op. So
Right.
another question is, you mentioned about the opportunity of students to earn credits in terms of designations. So
Mm-hmm.
is it really, I know designations is the big factor, but how important is it in the industry once that they are going to practice or pursue their career in Canada?
Okay. So pursuing your designation is, again, optional. It's up to you. But I always explain to students this way, is that it is just another tool in your tool bucket to make you more competitive in the marketplace. Underwriting, loss adjusting, absolutely view having some of those credits towards your designation, if not completely completing your designation eventually, to be valuable. So if it's between you and somebody else and you have more credits or you've challenged these designations, it certainly is going to make you far more competitive in the job search situation. If you want to be a risk manager, you will have to have that designation eventually as well. So it's just a really valuable thing if you can pursue it. And again, because there is an additional cost associated with it, we're not making it mandatory. But the other thing I would point out as well, and I lost my train of thought, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, yes. Okay. Sorry. If you want some more information about it, if you go to the Insurance Institute of Canada's website, there was a study that was done on people who have completed their CIP designation. And what they have found is evidence that shows not only do the people who have their designation advance quicker and to higher positions within the industry, but in the long run, they make more money as well. So that's one of the benefits, like empirically proven study to say that that can be a benefit for you. That doesn't mean you have to finish it all while you're in school, but it certainly gives you benefits if you start it while you're with us. Okay.
Yes.
Tina, does that help answer the question?
Very much. Actually, I totally agree with that one. Like, if you have an opportunity to earn credits for a designation while you're studying, that's actually a plus and would give you an added value to your career eventually. And I know that a lot of you might attend other colleges virtual open houses, and they would provide the same programs. They would give you the same documents and information, but Probably another question for you. What set us apart from other colleges, especially for the insurance program?
The support for other colleges?
Yes. I mean, what sets us apart
Oh,
to
what
other?
sets us apart?
Yes.
The biggest thing, well, first of all, if you are going to pursue insurance and risk management, we are the only college in Ontario at present who is certified with Global Risk Management Institute to give credits towards your CRM designation. So you can use the courses at Fanshawe then to challenge your exams, where the other colleges don't have that. So that's one of our biggest ones. The other biggest benefit is our teaching staff. I can't tell you how important it is that the people that we have that teach for us that are working as part of the industry. Number three would be the support we have from our local industry. All of the opportunities we have, like right now, our local brokers association is offering a mentorship program for students in our programs to work one-on-one with a broker in the industry, because brokers are dying to hire people. So they are all over our students with opportunities for seminars and mentorships and attendance at recruiting fairs and things like that. And then that's just the program. I don't even have the time left to tell you what a great school Fanshawe is and how much we support our students and how concerned we are and focused we are on your success. So
Yes.
that's the biggest thing I can say is Fanshawe is just, it's awesome.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I know everybody else is going to say that, but I mean it.
And just to make sure, I mean, just to tell everyone that our professors and also everyone basically in Fanshawe College is very much focused to make sure that you're job ready, your skills are very much up to date to what is being needed by the industry. We'll just make sure that you're all set once you finish the program in Fanshawe College for sure.
Absolutely.
So, we're down to our last 3 minutes, but Cindy, can you just probably share with us some tips on how students can be successful in this program?
Well, the biggest thing I would say is we talked a little bit about the time management and everything like that, and it's being present in what's going on. Online, like we still have online lectures, so every class for at least 2 hours a week, you can sign on online, you can get FaceTime with your professors, you can talk to other people in your class. We talk about the material, we talk about the application of the material. Participating in that is very important. As we said, considering writing the extra exams to get your designations, just connecting with the environment, connecting with the community that is your program is such an important aspect of being successful. Most of the people who struggle with it, when we get talking, it turns out, they don't come to their classes, they haven't met any or connected with anybody else in their program, and so they're kind of isolated, and that doesn't bode well for your success. So that would be the biggest thing I would say is make sure that if you participate, if we reach out, you reach back, and we'll make sure we do this together.
Yes, and just to add on that one, since in Fanshawe College, we also want to keep our class size smaller, not 40 or more students, because we want, especially for the professors, they want to know each and every one of you. So if ever you want to put your mark in your professor's mind, that eventually can help you, for example, as reference when you apply for a job, making sure you reach out to them, and also even when you're participating in online class, just the math, it's I think it's more comfortable if you don't turn on your video and just listen to the audio, but making sure that your professors can see you, they also want to make sure that you are participating. That can also give you a boost of confidence to finish the program and really succeed eventually. So thank you so much for that information and also for your tips. I know for sure that a lot of you got really good information. for the program, and also, of course, studying in Fanshawe College. But unfortunately, we have reached the end of our session. Thank you for all of the students who attended this session, and we hope that we also answered all of your questions with regard to business insurance and risk management. Again, if you think that you have more questions, I already typed in the chat box the link that you can book an appointment with any recruiter that is handling your market, and also the email address of the International Center. So again, thank you so much, Cindy, for taking the time today to speak to
Thank
us
you,
about
Tina.
the program. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the open house. Thank you and
Great.
have a good day.
Bye
Bye.
now.